Hello, everybody, and welcome to All-Star Racing Weekend here at Charlotte Motor Speedway. We are going to be going 17 laps here for the Open and 34 for the All-Star race coming up right after this in this video. Hi, I'm Levi McIntyre, aka Thrash Maniac 99, the voice of NNSCRA Walmart Cup Series, and future voice of the NNSCRA Mobile 1 Cup Series over on the NNSCRA YouTube channel. But just to quickly say, the winner of the fan vote was Anthony McCrory. So congratulations to Anthony McCrory. He will advance to the All-Star race via winning the fan vote, so he is not required to run the All-Star Open here tonight. But without further ado, let's take a look and see how the top 5 in the lineup look. Chris Washer's on the pole, 2nd Charles Jackson, 3rd Joshua Collard, 4th Kendall Maynor, 5th Kyle Matthews. And they're over in the middle of turns 3 and 4 is because whenever I try to accelerate to this point it will lag. So yeah, I hope to get that fixed at some point, but this is what we'll have to deal with for now. So there you go. Alright, so with that being said, pace car is pulling into pit road, which means we are getting ready to go racing here at Charlotte. And boogity, 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 let's go All-Star Racing, boys and girls. When I say that, we mean the whole entire video. Charles Jackson actually got a bit of a run up off the high line. But Chris Washer is going to have the preferred line down low, so he's going to potentially get back to the lead. Here coming off of 4, and here he comes. Jackson hanging on tough, though, but it looks like Washer does lead lap number 1, barely, though. And old Kyle Matthews going potentially going to go 3 wide. He is 3 wide. Charles Jackson got the wall. That's the problem with 3 wide on this track, is that cars will typically go up into the wall and the wreck could occur. And oh, we got to keep an eye out back here. Charles Jackson got the wall again. I don't know if he's going to be able to recover from that. I think he just cost himself the race win or 2nd place. But meanwhile, Joshua Collard is now the new leader as Chris Washer gets the wall. But here comes Kyle Matthews, potentially underneath for the top spot, and here he is. Dylan Thoreau and James Qualls are coming into the picture as well, so we gotta keep an eye on those guys. Meanwhile, Kendall Maynor lurking right there in the 5th spot. Daniel Day in the 18 taking over from the replaced Dylan Schwanberg, and oh, I saw Galligan got turned. Galligan that got turned, but he saved it, but he did get the inside wall pretty hard on the rear of the car, but caution not out for because it was a single car incident and it was on the apron. Meanwhile, Dylan Thoreau is now the new leader. And there you see all the smoke from that spin that Galligan ended up taking. So right now the 2 transfer drivers would be Thoreau and Matthews, but here comes James Qualls underneath for the spot as Joshua Collard got the wall just a tad right there. And there is Galligan, who is just now coming off of turn 4. And whoa, Joshua Balkin ended up getting the wall right there. Meanwhile, right now, Dylan Thoreau still hangs on to the top position with Qualls in 2nd, but now, as we go to the helicopter camera, Thoreau's teammates, Kendall Maynor, Daniel Day, all coming down low. They may try to go 1, 2, 3 here, but it's only 1st and 2nd that matters, as Qualls is going to get the wall. So right now it is Gibbs 1, 2, and 3, but now here comes Alex Hawkins to break up the party. And Daniel Day into the wall, and oh, and there he goes. Wow, how did they save that? Daniel Day and James McLeod nearly wrecked each other, but they saved it. How did they do that? Is what I want to know. How did they save that? Dylan Thoreau is still holding off everybody with the lead. Alex Hawkins in second, but here comes Kendall Maynard, Thoreau's teammate, coming in trying to get the second. But Hawkins actually got a better run up off the high line than what Hawkins did. And now Hawkins is coming down low for the lead. And I guess I meant better run than Maynard. I'm sorry. And the caution's out. Caution flag is out for the first time tonight here in the All-Star Open. As we try to find out who is that. That's William Duncan who's down there. Oh, and he is damaged goods. Joshua Balkin looked like he got a piece of it. Maybe Cole Daly did too. Same with Washer and Charles Jackson. So it looked like an incident among those guys. Right now, Alex Hawkins leads the All-Star Open. Let's go ahead and take you to a replay of what brought the caution out for the first time tonight here at Charlotte. Well, this started from a 3-wide situation gone bad. Daniel Day gets the wall, then Joshua Balkin goes up into Daniel Day, and wow, look at the hard hit Duncan takes into the inside wall. Same with Chris Washer. Man, he took a pretty good smack into the inside wall. And there you see Cole Daly, who ended up getting spun into this wreck. Yeah, let's take a look at it one more time. Daniel Day gets the wall, and then Balkin gets into him, down into Duncan, and then Balkin back up in front of Daly, and man, that hit Duncan takes. And then there you see Jackson gets a piece of it, and Washer as well. So this was a multi-car incident. But let's actually take a look at how fast William Duncan was going when he hit the wall. Oh, 194, driver's side first. That is a hard hit. And look at Matt McIntyre just sneaking by up on the high line to get through this. But anyways, that was a look at what brought the caution out. Let's go back to the restart here at Charlotte. Well, after that first caution, only one car retired out of the race, and that was William Duncan, as the rest of the pack is coming back up to Alex Hawkins, as I'm not too sure as to why that went down. But Alex Hawkins is the leader, second Dylan Thoreau, third Kendall Maynard, fourth Jackie Tang, fifth James Qualls, sixth James McLeod, seventh Preston Blord, eighth Joshua Collard, ninth is Brandon Gonzalez, 10th Kyle Matthews, and then the rest of the field that's left is Daniel Day, Stephen Pollard III, Matt McIntyre, Charles Jackson, Chris Washer, Joshua Balkin, Cole Daly, and Sean Galligan. I'm thinking maybe those guys ended up coming in the pit road to try to get some tires or something. I don't know what the deal was, but right now, Alex Hawkins and Dylan Thoreau would be the two transfer drivers to go into the All-Star race, and it looks like when we go green, it's going to be 4 laps to go. And then once this race is at its conclusion, we will head into the All-Star race, which will be 34 laps. Pace car pulling in the pit road as we get ready to go back to racing here for the All-Star Open to determine who's going to get into the All-Star race. And there we go, green flag is back out, 4 laps to go here at Charlotte. And there you see those 4 cars back there not up to speed. Balkin, Washer, Galligan, and Daly. Meanwhile, back here up at the front, Hawkins got off to a big jump on that restart and is going to pull ahead. And now, wow, look at this mess. This could turn bad. This could turn bad here in a hurry. I don't know how it hasn't, but it's seeming that way. But right now, Jackie Tang goes into second. Preston Plord's coming into the picture as it's less than 3 to go. Joshua Collard trying to salvage something. He's trying to get up there too. It's do or die time for some of these guys to try to get up to those transfer spots. What they hope is no caution to come out. so they can just race it out. 2 laps to go here at Charlotte. Hawkins has the lead, Jackie Tank second, but here comes Preston Plord trying to get to that second position. And did I just see smoke? Or is that just the lights? Yeah, it was just the lights. I thought I saw smoke, where I must have thought maybe a car spun again. And now the white flag is out. White flag is out in the All-Star Open. And what is going on back here? Qualls and Maynard went through the grass. What in the hell? It looks like Hawkins is going to get the win potentially, but now it's between these two, Tang and Plord. Plord trying to get a run down low. I don't think he's going to get it though. Checkered flag. Alex Hawkins is going to advance into the All-Star race by winning the All-Star Open. Jackie Tang second. So those two are going to go to the All-Star race coming up next. But man, I'm just amazed at how it looked like passing through the grass between Maynard and Qualls. They might have gotten into each other on coming off a 4 from what I think. I don't know, but that was crazy. But as we take a look at the results, is Alex Hawkins and Jackie Tang finished first and second, and they will go on to the All-Star race coming up next, and that should be big. So there you go. Then the rest of the top 10, Preston Plord, who came pretty close to trying to get the second, but just couldn't get a run going up against Tang. Then Joshua Collard, 4th, 5th, Brandon Gonzalez, 6th, Kyle Matthews, 7th, Dylan Thoreau, 8th, Stephen Pollard, the 3rd, 9th, Matt McIntyre, 10th, Daniel Day. Then the rest of the cars that finished on the lead lap were James McLeod, Charles Jackson, James Qualls, Sean Galligan, Joshua Balk and Chris Washer. Cole Daly a lap down, and William Duncan retired from the race. But with that being said, here are your results one more time on your screen coming up of the All-Star Open. Coming up next is the All-Star race. Welcome back, everybody, and we are back at it for the All-Star race itself. Now, with this field, it is 25 cars, and we are going 34 laps here in the All-Star race itself. And the winner, depending on who has won this race and who hasn't, will be guaranteed to be in the All-Star race for 10 more seasons, and will get a guaranteed ride in season number 6 of Walmart Cup competition. So we take a look at how the top 10 in the starting lineup looks, as Cody Lamas is on the pole. Second is going to be Chris Thomas. 3rd, Rue McIntyre. 4th, Charles Sanford. 5th, Michael Norman. 6th, Austin Weiner. 7th, Jessica Sheldon. 8th, David Rivera. 9th, Jackie Tang. 10th is Jekko Knight. Let's get this pace lap finished up and get to racing. Excuse me. Pace car pulling in the pit road, which means we are getting ready to go racing one more time here tonight at Charlotte. And here we go. Boogity, 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 let's go. Racing for the All-Stars, boys and girls. Cody Lamas got off to a nice start right there where he's kept the lead. But here comes Rue McIntyre underneath of Chris Thomas for second. A battle between two very good friends. And it looks like Cody Lamas will lead lap number 1, but Rue McIntyre not only trying to get by Chris Thomas, but he wants to get to the lead already. And it looks like he will get the spot. Oh, Cody Lamas gets the wall, so too does Alex Hawkins. And there goes Cody Lamas around, and multiple cars involved. Oh, the huge one. The big one here at Charlotte in the All-Star race. We have it happen pretty much every season. Oh, and another wreck. Oh, and that was Sonny Hammond who goes upside down courtesy of Jesse Setti. Trent Dunham was involved. The fan vote winner, Anthony McCrory. Sonny Hammond was in it. I'm not sure if Jekko Knight was in it. Dorian Facepuncher, the points leader, was involved. Jesse Shetty, there's Trent Dunham. Joshua Michaels was involved. Dylan Young got a piece of it. Mitchell Riggs was involved, and he's got bad damage. Cody Lamas was involved. PJ Williams. The big one that we have happen every single season, it seems, here in the All-Star race, at least once, depending on what track we're at. They seem to have this recurring problem, and wow, Jackie Tang going for the switcheroo there. As Rue McIntyre's going to be the leader, as some cars are coming in the pit, some are staying out. The cars that are staying out look like it's Rue McIntyre, Jackie Tang, and Danny Wells only. But let's take a look and see what brought the caution out for the first time here in the All-Star race here at Charlotte. Well, this wreck is going to start right here as Cody Lamas gets the wall. Charles Sanford gets in the Lamas. And there you see cars get in there. And Jekyll Knight was involved. Same with Ian Dutta. And then Dylan Young, Dorian Facepuncher, Seth Cole. Just got some side damage out of that, but managed to get through the wreck. And then, up there, Mitchell Riggs gets into McCrory, Williams, and Sonny Hammond. That's what happened with that portion of the wreck. And then Jesse said he got through until right there, just gets into Sonny Hammond. That forces him to go on his side. And then Trent Dunham almost got through until he got some slight contact from all that mess. As we take a look at it one last time to get a double check view on this. As yeah, Lamas just got the wall, and then Sanford had a run and he couldn't get low enough because Jessica Sheldon was down there, making it 3 wide. And then Dylan Young, who gets into Sanford, gets clipped by both Facepuncher and Joshua Michaels, as well as Seth Cole when he got through. And then as Mitchell Riggs is spinning, comes back up, collects the 17, the 61, and the 45. And then the 17's sliding, and then the 22's going to go by. And right there gets into Sonny Hammond. And I don't know why it's lagging like this. I hate when this happens. But otherwise, that was a look at what brought the caution out. Let's go to the restart here at Charlotte. Well, after that first caution, we have several cars out of the race, and they include Mitchell Riggs, Dorian Facepuncher, Trent Dunham, Sonny Hammond, Anthony McCrory. 3 cars are a lap down in Jekyll Knight, Jesse Shetty, and Joshua Michaels. But Rue McIntyre is the leader. Second is Jackie Tang. Third, Danny Wells. Fourth, Chris Thomas. Fifth, Michael Norman. Sixth, David Rivera. Seventh, Seth Cole. Eighth, Brandon Nichols. Ninth, and with no hood, is PJ Williams. 10th is Alex Hawkins. Then 11th is Chase Oliver. 12th, Jessica Sheldon. 13th, Austin Weiner. 14th, Dylan Young. 15th, Cody Lamas. 16th, Ian Dutta. And 17th is Charles Sanford. So that is a look at how the field is left. We got 20 cars left in this field, and we're not even halfway through yet. But still, we got a long way to go to determine who's going to get the spot for 10 more seasons of this race, as well as a guaranteed ride in Season 6. Pace car pulling in the pit road, which means we are getting ready to race once again here in the All-Star race. And it's going to be 28 laps to go. And here we are, off and away. And yeah, those 3 cars who are lapped are clearly off the pace. And oh, things can go bad back here. Jesse Shetty, who's definitely off the pace after sideswiping Sonny Hammond. He's holding up that bottom groove in the back of the pack. Now he's going to hold up cars up high. Meanwhile, Rue McIntyre has a spot, but here comes Jackie Tang, who finished second in the Open a little bit ago. Alex Hawkins, who won the Open, he's in the very back of the pack as a result of getting held up. And Tang has the spot, but here comes Chris Thomas, and actually Alex Hawkins is running in 10th, now to 9th, but just lost a ton of ground to the top spot due to the 3 lapped cars that are off the pace. And up here, you got two of the, two of the Stewart-Haas cars in the top 5, and they are Chris Thomas and Danny Wells, running 3rd and 4th, as PJ Williams, who is back here, losing a ton of spots, who's their other teammate. And now here comes Rue McIntyre back down low for the lead. Jackie Tang putting up a good fight up high right now. But I think Tang did lead that lap. And indeed he did, but McIntyre's got the preferred line. And it's going to be 3 wide for second. This could end pretty badly here. Tang goes up in the wall and is going to lose a few positions. And look at Brandon Nichols. He's coming into the picture. Same with Seth Cole and Michael Norman. So make that a 7-car fight for the top spot. As we continue to look around the field to see what else is happening. Right now, battle for second. Danny Wells going underneath of his teammate Chris Thomas for the second spot, as Rue McIntyre up there pulling ahead a little bit from the lead. Oh, and Chris Thomas gets the wall. That's going to cost him a spot right there, maybe a few more, as he got that wall pretty good. And now it's 3 wide again. This could end pretty badly if something happens. Wow, actually he didn't get the wall that time. Somehow, some way we got away with nobody getting the wall in a 3 wide situation. Meanwhile, Rue still leads, but here comes Danny Wells as it's 21 laps left here in the race. As we keep looking around the field here. As we have back here a potential battle for 10th between Chase Oliver and Austin Weiner. Austin Weiner did win this race 2 seasons ago. In Season 3, back when we had the All-Star race at the Derek Motodome. But here, not doing too great right now, although he is in 11th. He would love to get a much better finish than that. And wow, Chris Thomas lost a lot of spots. And oh, it's because they're catching the lap machines of Jesse Setti. Oh yeah, it is Jesse Setti. Whoa, and Alex Hawkins got the wall. Jackie Tang has gotten by to the lead with a big margin between himself and the 28. Half a second. That's because of that lap car of the 22 of Setti holding up a lot of people. And because of that, that's kind of given a chance for some drivers who are running a little further back to come up here and get a battle into more spots in the top 10. Joshua Michaels still up to speed, but he's making it hard for lead lap cars to go by for positions. Excuse me. Meanwhile, wow, Rue McIntyre gained a ton of ground on the 83 of Tang. As well as Wells, Nichols, Cole, and Rivera all trying to get to that top spot. As we are halfway through, we've got 17 laps to go here in the All-Star race. And so far throughout the whole All-Star weekend, with the 2 races, only 2 wrecks have happened. And they were multi-car incidents from what we saw. There's Jessica Shelton, who is way back here in the 12th spot. And then you got a tandem of cars with Dutta, Lamas, Young, and Williams, along with the lap machine of Jesse Setti back there. Then Charles Sanford, who is a little off the pace due to getting involved in that caution. Oh, and now the leaders have caught the lap car of Jekko Knight. And Rue McIntyre is going to get held up on the high line a little bit. Oh, man, he's pushing the issue. It's 3 wide underneath him, and I think they're going to settle it out. Yeah, they do settle it out, but Seth Cole thinking about going 3 wide for the 3rd spot up there as they were nearly rubbing between Rue McIntyre and Brandon Nichols. Screw it up right there. I meant to go on there. Oh, Joshua Michaels got the wall, and that's going to help Austin Weiner to go by for position. He's going to go up to 7th, and he's about ready to try to get to the lead pack of the 6 cars up ahead of him. Rue McIntyre gets the wall. Same with Joshua Michaels. As those two got the wall, Danny Wells trying to gain ground on Jackie Tang for the top spot. As Rue McIntyre went from 3rd down to 6th as a result of getting the wall a little bit. That lead pack is only within a second of each other. Then you got Austin Weiner, who's only about a half a second behind the lead pack. So he wants to get up here so he can battle it out for the win. Brandon Nichols coming down low trying to get to 2nd. This would be a big confidence booster for Brandon Nichols going into the Coke 600 after this, if he can come away with the victory here in the All-Star race. And now Austin Weiner has caught the lead pack as he's approaching the 28 of Rue McIntyre. So now we can say we've got a 7-car lead pack. And then you got Alex Hawkins and then a leader, or then one of the top 10 or top 5 earlier on, Chris Thomas back here. And yes, all 7 drivers within a second of each other. And oh man, they are about to catch both Jesse Setti and Charles Sanford here pretty soon. So this could cause some major shakeup in the top 7 here once they catch them. And they are closer to Setti, but they will, I think, eventually get to Sanford after they go by the 22, and they're actually going to go up high. And old Jackie Tang got the wall, so that helped Danny Wells kind of close the gap, but Brandon Nichols, Seth Cole, and all of them going low. That was a big mistake because Setti's down there holding them up. But they still got Charles Sanford to deal with here in a moment, as it's going to be 9 laps to go, but Wells and Tang have pulled ahead from the rest of the pack. Alex Hawkins is caught up to it, and Chris Thomas is approaching, as well as Chase Oliver and Michael Norman. But now Tang and Wells are pulled away, but now they have approached Charles Sanford, another slow car. Let's see which line he's going to hold up. Well, he's holding up Jackie Tang a little bit, but Tang goes low. Let's see what happens. Wells is going to go low underneath the 07. And you got to wonder if we're going to have another pit stop maybe here any time. Because some cars, few cars, Tang, Wells, and McIntyre stayed out. Everybody else pitted, so they're about 7 more laps to the good on fuel. So it's going to be close for the 83, the 4, and the 28. And if they end up having a pit, that would give the lead to the 77 of Brandon Nichols, possibly. As Nichols is in 3rd and now battle for 4th. Austin Weiner coming underneath David Rivera. Charles Sanford holding up David Rivera up there. As the top 10 is all within 2 seconds of each other. 3 wide with Sanford up high. And he gets the wall. And now Brandon Nichols has caught up to Danny Wells for the 2nd spot. Brandon Nichols had to back way out of the throttle to avoid getting into the 4. And now a few cars have caught up to the 2 leaders. And now here comes Danny Wells underneath for the position, as it's less than 5 laps to go. I think if a caution were to come out now, the race would be over. Battle for 3rd between teammates Austin Weiner, Brandon Nichols, near contact. between those two. And Jackie Tang pulled in the pit road, and Danny Wells got the wall. But he still holds on to the spot. I kind of figured that was going to happen. Tang is giving up the lead to go in to top off on fuel and cost himself the victory. Now Austin Weiner's coming underneath for the top spot, and it looks like he's going to get it. But then you got the All-Star Open winner, Alex Hawkins, into the picture as he is in the second spot going for it. Hawkins wants to go for the sweep of both winning the Open and the All-Star race, but he's going to have to get by 2 cars in order to do that, as it's 3 laps to go here at Charlotte for the All-Star race, and Austin Weiner has a comfortable lead over Danny Wells. Oh, but Wells, there he is going in the pit road. I knew that would happen. And Brandon Nichols actually got the wall right there, as I apologize for the lag. I have no idea why my game lags. But Austin Weiner's got a huge lead over Alex Hawkins. So unless Weiner ends up maybe short pitting, I don't see anybody getting to the 12 at all. So right now, Austin Weiner would become a 2-time All-Star winner as he comes to the white flag. White flag is out for Austin Weiner to get his second All-Star race victory, but if he were to win, it would give the guaranteed ride as well as the All-Star race 10 thing to Alex Hawkins for being second. As it doesn't look like anybody is going to be a challenge to the 12. Coming to the checkered flag, Austin Weiner, for the second time in his career, wins the All-Star race. But Alex Hawkins, because Austin Weiner's already won this race and is already guaranteed to be in seasons to come as well as the All-Star race, Alex Hawkins will be the driver who gets the guaranteed ride as well as the position to race for 10 more seasons. But congratulations to both, but Austin Weiner did come away with the victory. Let's look at the results. Austin Weiner picks up the victory. Alex Hawkins second. Third, Brandon Nichols. Fourth, Chase Oliver. Fifth, Michael Norman. Sixth, Chris Thomas. Seventh, Seth Cole. Eighth, David Rivera. Ninth, Jessica Sheldon. 10th, Ian Dutta. Then the rest of the cars that finished on the lead lap were Dylan Young, Cody Lamas, PJ Williams. And then everybody from 14th on back to 22nd finished a lap or 2 or 3 down due to pit stops or being off the pace. And they were Charles Sanford, Jackie Tang, Danny Wells, Rue McIntyre, Jecko Knight, Joshua Michaels, and Jesse Setti. Everybody else was out of the race after the only caution that came out in this All-Star race. And they were Mitchell Riggs, Dorian Facepuncher, Trent Dunham, Sonny Hammond, and Anthony McCrory. But that does it for our coverage tonight of the All-Star Weekend here at Charlotte. We get back to points racing coming up, still here at Charlotte, but for the Coca-Cola 600. And that should be an excellent race. But anyways, thank you guys for watching. Here are your results of the All-Star race. But this is Levi McIntyre signing off.